Hello, my sweets! Welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. I love this game the first time I'm playing it, and I'm playing it for the second time, and I'm ready to get back into it. I've been wanting to play it, but I only found the time now to do so. We are in investigation. We already have, quote-unquote murder. We have someone who kind of died? Like, it's a recreation of a murder that happened many years ago. So, let's see. I already forgot all my buttons. Okay, that's log. Cool. Let's, we only have one truth bullet so far, which is the tablet of the description of the death of, our little victim here. Anyway. And I've already forgotten most of the voices I've given everyone, so, let's just start with you. What do you got? What do you got for me? I remember your voice, though.
I just want to go home.
I can't believe this is happening. It's just a dummy. It'll be all fine. She's clearly having a moment. Not something I want to deal with right now. Okay, what do you got for me? Also, the names of these people I think are so cool. Okay, Jean, Jet, Eloise, Ulysses. That guy's name's Mark. Basic Mark over there. Shy old Mark. Anyway, what do you got for me, Ulysses? Ulysses was scribbling something down in his notebook.
I must take note of this.
Curious, corporate television can barely create convincing corpses, so how does one wind up here?
Huh?
What does that mean? ... He finished what he was writing and lowered the book from his face.
According to my notes...
You see, convincingly realistic mannequins like this one are real, but rare. It's cheaper, albeit chunkier, to recreate the body using special effects, but that obviously is not the case here. Somehow, we have a mannequin indistinguishable from a real human. Our captors must not be tight on money.
Yes.
They could produce an amazing TV show, certainly. I mean, we could be on a TV show, I just haven't seen a lot of cameras around here. ... Okay, what about you, Jet?
Oh boy.
Did you catch the look on Kai's face before he ran away? Dude was about to puke.
Yeah.
Guess the whole thing got to the better of him.
For real?
Yeah, it's a really gruesome sight. I swore in my dragster that I'd never seen anything like it.
You get me?
I mean, I don't make a habit of running into dead bodies, but still, you know?
I know.
At the end of the day, it's just some puppet. It can't be any worse than a Halloween decoration.
Huh?
Where have you been trick-or-treating? A Wolf Creek crater? A discovery like this would traumatize anyone. Well, almost anyone. I'm fairly thick-skinned. He's clearly not in the right headspace for an investigation. I should just ignore him. I do think this guy is gonna be a victim, eventually. I get this feeling. This guy will not murder anyone, and it's really hard to tell who is likely to survive, so I'm gonna put you as a murdered rather than a murderer. Okay, what you got for me, John? The amount of times I'm gonna accidentally call him Jean. So this based on a real case? I barely know the girl, and yet I feel horrible. I had my fair share of grievances, but nothing like what she would have endured. I'd do anything to get back to my ship, even if I had to live through a never-ending storm. John seems to miss being out at sea. I guess I can't blame him. I want to be anywhere but here right now. Yeah, fair enough. Just noticed that his sleeves aren't attached to his shirt. Like, he has pull-up sleeves and not... I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Body. Our captors give us a lot of information about this victim. To their credit, what's written on the tablet seems accurate, but I should inspect the body just in case. Can I go to that room that she's in? ... Damn it, it's just a doll. Damon, stop hesitating. Okay. The doll was slumped against the door, her torso soaked in blood. Parts of her shirt had been ripped open, exposing bits of bloody, indiscernible pulp. ... I quickly took a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. It's just a doll. There's no reason to be afraid of a doll. Okay, what about the knife? A bloody knife lay next to the victim. It's safe to say that this must be the murder weapon. Bloody knife has been added to the truth bullet section of your trinket. Assault rifle. This is the thing I don't understand, is why is there an assault rifle? The initial sight of the doll shocked me so much I completely overlooked the rifle. Inspecting it now, I realized something. If the victim was stabbed, why is there a rifle near her body? The rifle. Could you step back a bit? I'm curious about something.
No.
What? No, Before I could finish my sentence, Jean walked over to where I was and picked up the gun.
Hey.
Hey, you're messing with the crime scene. Ignoring me, he released the magazine of the gun with surprising ease. Huh? From the top of the magazine protruded a loaded bullet.
I see.
Huh, that's interesting. The rifle hasn't even been used. Definitely a dangerous thing to have around. I'll put it down and guard it just so nobody gets any smart ideas. Better than him holding it. Damn, a loaded gun? What was going on in the killer's head? Why bring a gun to a crime scene and not even use it? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Was she, like, attacked with the gun? Was she holding the gun, maybe? Maybe she was defending herself with the gun but never got to use it. Maybe that's why it's there. Unless the gun was purely for intimidation. Not very logical, but it'd be a twisted game to play with the victim. Like, she was... I don't feel like she'd be the one to actually be able to hurt someone even in self-defense, especially not with the gun. So maybe she tried to use it for self-defense, but got too scared to use it. Assault rifle has been added to the truth bullet section of your trinket. Okay, let's see what's on her hands. Bloody fingerprints. Like she grabbed... Oh, just the fingerprints, though. And it's the back of her fingerprints. Huh. Her hands were surprisingly clean, all things considered. There were no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. Maybe she was clawing at something. It looked like there was dried blood underneath them. Why was there blood underneath her nails but not on the rest of her hand? The victim's hands have been adding to the truth bullet section of your trinket. Yeah, that is strange. She must have been clawing at something. Can I not go into the room? Maybe I can after I investigate her. Let's see. The girl had been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need the tablet to know that. However, her cause of death, you think it was a stab to the heart or something, but the trinket... But the tablet claimed blood loss. Taking a closer look, the wounds, they didn't seem excessively deep. At least not deep enough to pierce her heart. Yeah, it said she died of blood loss, with, you know, the 28 stab wounds. If she died from blood loss, what did it say about the killer? Wait, what does it say about the killer? They probably could have killed her quickly if they wanted. Did they want her to suffer a slow death? Damn, this is messed up. That seemed to be all the evidence. Nothing else was catching my eye. Well, nothing says it was deep enough to puncture her heart, but clearly deep enough to puncture her lungs because she coughed up blood, you can see there. I should check inside that closet now. Yeah. Janitor's closet. Step over the body. Okay. Like the rest of the building, the inside of the closet was old and dilapidated. It was the last place I'd want to dig through, but I had to gather as much evidence as possible. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to present a strong argument. Would it be really cool if one of the 16 here actually did kill her, but like a long time ago for some reason? I don't know how or why, but it would be interesting, and like that's our first death of the 16. Maybe it's you. I don't know. Okay, what you got for me, Cassidy?
Check it out!
Hey, check out what's behind this door. Saying that, she stepped away from the corner.
Right.
The ladder. Doesn't seem like there's anything strange about it. Why was this brought to my attention?
Dude, not cool.
I'm disappointed in you. Huh?
So hackneyed.
You call that thing a ladder? It's obviously a step ladder. Oh my gosh, not the ladder-step ladder debate.
Seriously?
Aren't they practically the same
Pardon
thing?
me.
I have to agree with Miss Amber. Everyone knows an ace investigator must record his evidence as accurately as possible. That's certainly what the victim would want. Blah, God doesn't even get my references. Is no fun to be around. I'm gonna check on the peeps outside. Smile you later, lawyer man. That was a reference? She's already out of here? Did she even investigate anything besides that stupid ladder? If it was a gaming reference, I missed it. Okay, what you got, Wolfgang?
It's for the best.
We must make every effort to examine the crime scene as thoroughly as possible. Not for the sake of entertaining the people who kidnapped us, but for the sake of the victim. After all, this was based on a real murder, was it not? That was what the tablet said, though I'm still skeptical about the validity of that statement. Okay, Eva. There might be more clues around here. I'm going to check the entire closet for evidence. No thanks. A person like her is probably more likely to cause a murder, not solve one. Alright, have fun with that. I trust her. I surprisingly trust her because she is our, Oh, I already... Nope, not Kyoko. No. Kirigiri? No. Wait. Kyoko Kirigiri. Is it Kyoko Kirigiri? Hold up. I was right, it was Kyoko Kirigiri. Kyoko Kirigiri of the series. Shelf. The shelf was packed with assortment of towels. I briskly inspected them, lifting each towel to check for anything underneath. Many had gathered dust, but that was it. Nothing looked suspicious about them. Bucket. Bucket! What? Spilled from the bucket. It's a bucket. Pretty typical thing to find inside a janitor's closet. But why is it randomly lying here? There's nothing inside it except... What does it smell? It smelled like bleach? Bucket has been added to the truth bold section of your trinket. Bucket. I mean, it literally looks like something is spilled out of it. Unless it's conveniently placed. The back of the closet. I need to inspect the area around me before I think about moving to the back of the room. Okay. Step ladder. Clock. A clock with no time. There's a clock, or midnight, I guess. There's a clock above the door. Doesn't seem like it works. Looks like that's everything around here. I should check out the other end of the room now. Oh my gosh, doesn't even give me a truth bullet. I see how it is. Hey, former lesbian, Ingrid. What's your name? What's your name? Winona. You are, I forgot your name. Desmond, okay. Desmond, what you got for me?
Gotta stay one step ahead.
I checked all the containers on this shelf. They're all full with the exception of one. A bottle of bleach.
Huh?
Bleach? Huh, there was a bucket in the closet that reeked of it.
Makes sense.
That's probably not a coincidence, given this thing is supposed to emulate a real crime scene. It's crazy how much effort has been put into this. I can't think too much about what kind of situation we're in, or I'll never be able to handle it. Okay. Ingrid? Southern lesbian?
Golly!
These shells are real intriguing. Take a look. Some of the cleaning brands go as far as back in the 80s and 90s. You recognize them? 'Cause I use them. Why do you do that?
How should I put it?
Old chemicals do the job better since there were fewer regulations about what's poisonous and all that. Just don't ask where I got them. Don't want to alert the fuzz. Oh, you do a little illegal. She does a little illegal every now and then. I'm sure they don't care about her black market cleaning supplies. Okay, what you got, Winona? I like her name is just Winona, no last name. A security camera. It's brand new. Now that she mentions it, it does look out of place. You think it would have gathered dust or other items in here? Did it recently get cleaned or something? The company's headquarters have similar ones installed, except these cameras are even more high-tech.
Sheesh.
Typical school, spending more on security than educating their students. That's assuming this is the academy's doing. Well, okay. Pick your poison. No, I can't touch the mop. Camera. Is it on? Another surveillance camera. Is the guy on the speaker watching us through this? Just a thought made my stomach turn. Bing bong. Oh, that was it? Alright everyone, that's time. Look at you all, you investigated the crime scene so well it's enough to bring a tear to my eye. I didn't get to everyone! Jokes aside, please meet by the elevator for the class trial. You should find it somewhere around the Tree of Ignorance. Tree of Ignorance? Okay. I didn't get to investigate everything! Was I actually timed? Oh, I hope I'm not timed. Don't make me wait long, I might start getting zap happy. See you soon. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't read that. Oops. Last trial. What does that mean? Sounds like that's the end of our investigation. If I were done with this closet, we should go outside and talk to the others. Does that just trigger every time I touch the camera? Noted. Don't touch the camera until you're done. Gosh. I didn't get to talk to
Come off the
everyone.
grass.
Oh, what the hell is a class trial? Your guess is as good as mine.
Duh.
Obviously, we're going to court.
What?
Court?
What?
He's going to put us on trial?
Listen to me.
Maybe that's what wow, I can't speak. Maybe that's where we'll talk about the clues we found.
Just saying.
It makes sense for our current situation. Investigation, clues, files. What else could that stuff be for?
Well put.
Good point. It does seem oddly similar to court procedures. Obviously, we're missing key suspects and witnesses, but they don't seem to be relevant to this case anyway.
Wait a minute.
You mentioned that this elevator was near the Tree of Ignorance, right? You must be referring to that room with the tree.
Focus.
Probably, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. However, I don't recall seeing an elevator anywhere.
Just follow me.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get our butts over there. She keeps treating this like a dumb game. If we're really going on trial, that's going to be a nuisance to deal with.
Okay.
We might as well follow her. One by one, everyone left. Guess I have no choice but to go as well. Genuinely thought I'd get more time to investigate. Oh my gosh. Well, this is the prologue, so investigations can't go too long without the prologue keep going, because I feel like this is already long for a prologue. Toshiko? How do you remain so stoical at a time like this? Aren't you worried at all?
It's simple.
No, not really. It's not like we're investigating some high-stakes murder. It's just a dummy, that's it. Yes, quite. I completely concur. She's obviously faking it. Without even looking at her face, I can tell she's sweating bullets. Yeah, this girl does not do good around dead bodies. She'll probably murder someone. Tree room. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. When I arrived at the tree, I saw that people were already bickering. Oh, I did notice in editing, that the front of the tree looks like a door. I don't know why I didn't notice that when I actually recording.
Check it out.
A big tree. Eden's guarded academy. Over Ruth's religious symbolism is tight. I don't think I read that correctly. I really hope we get let out of this.
Oi, you.
Can you confirm, liar chick? Why are you asking her?
Come off the grass.
Come off the grass. She's clearly faking her talent.
Am I hearing you
And that makes her one of the bad guys? Who would want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide? I bet she's the one who brought the gas bomb onto the train.
Really?
And she didn't think to bring a mask to avoid passing out or whatever?
If no one else is gonna say it.
If all you needed was a mask to protect you, then... Hey, don't look at me. I literally passed out. The helmet's got plenty of holes in it. I'd suffocate otherwise.
I've got something to say.
No, the liar chick's totally sus. Just look how calm she's been acting. She somehow knew that the dead body was a dummy, then she poked it in the face? That's not normal.
Deal with it.
I told you, it was my intuition.
Ugh.
Intuition, my ass.
Hold your horses.
Not unbelievable. My gut told me we should inspect the doll. Now look at us. We're on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
Where's this elevator supposed to be again? That's right. We're meant to be at an elevator around here. Maybe it's the tree itself, but all I see is the Tree of Ignorance. Maybe we're missing something here. Or maybe we're being played for fools. I'd say tip the head back on that statue there, and it'll open the door. The Tree of Ignorance. Tree. I'm not gonna inspect that yet. Let's go on the round. The Tree of Ignorance. This reminds me of an exhibit I saw in London.
Come again?
That's certainly random.
For your information.
Well, it was a very memorable exhibit.
No.
Oh, the London thing. Were you on vacation?
No.
Vacation? No, I don't do much of those anymore.
Eh?
Why is that?
Never mind.
Inconsequential. Nevertheless, London was one of the nicer places to visit. Even if it was only for a few days, I really enjoyed meeting everyone there. No way she would have to meet everyone in London in a few days. That's... Oh my gosh. Dude, she means the people she did meet. You think she met everyone in London? Gosh. Okay, what is it, Eva? That gopher woman made some loaded accusations, huh? People can believe what they want about me. In the meantime, I'm gonna search for the elevator.
I see.
Alright then. Okay, Eloise. My mom will be so worried when I don't answer her calls.
Oh.
Accepting that letter was the worst mistake in my life. Oh, everyone's worried. What about you, Ingrid? Ooh. This will definitely be a story to tell to folks back home. Oh, that's it. Hey, Winona?
Sheesh.
Let's just get this over and done with. Cassidy? Trying to see if I can remember everyone's names because I'm gonna need to remember their names less and less. New objective, find the elevator.
Yep.
Can't be that hard, can it? Come on, let's investigate. Oh, you're enjoying this way too much. It's like it's a video game. Jet, Mark, Dana, Kai, Damon, Desmond, Ulysses. Back there is Grace, Wolfgang. Wait, are you Diana? Did I say Diana? I said Dana. Nope, I was wrong.
Weird.
There's gotta be an elevator somewhere around here.
Let me think.
Maybe it's hidden beneath some kind of, crud. On the tip of my tongue. It's called, fucking... Awesome. It's called fucking.
Yeah.
Not funny, dude. Oh, man. Baby! Don't hurt the baby. Mark. I like your cat, by the way. Alligator. Well, are you going to help? This is stupid. Is that his attempt at an excuse? So many people are on so many different levels right now. Hey, Diana.
Hey.
Hey, don't look so down. Even though things seem uncertain at the moment, try not to let it get to you.
Put a smile on that face.
You should wear a big smile. Smiling always makes me feel better. Thanks for the advice. Gosh, our guy just hates everyone, doesn't he?
Man.
And I thought it was finally gonna have a normal school experience. Nobody's gonna believe this. Well, they might believe you guys, but the whole world's just gonna laugh at me.
This sucks.
This sucks. He definitely has an inflated view of himself. Oh my gosh. Ulysses? Once this is all over, I think I'll allow myself a nap. Yeah, good. Sleepy boy. We got a sleepy boy. Desmond? Is there really an elevator around here? Seems kind of hard to believe. Wouldn't that sort of thing be pretty difficult to, you know, hide? I'm pretty sure it's the tree itself. Grace? That liar. Chick is definitely hiding something. No matter how much you morons deny it, it's the truth. I have to be suspicious of her because she is the best liar. So we don't know when she's lying. Wolfgang. Gosh, you're tall. ...
Interesting
A
indeed.
class trial, huh? Alright, and Jean. Okay, wait. Toshiko, Eva, Eleanor? No, Eloise. Eloise, Ingrid, Winona, Cassidy, Jean, Wolfgang, Grace, Desmond, Ulysses, Lydia. Lydia? Diana. Deanna, Kai, Mark, Jet, Toshiko. Is that everyone? I'm besides John. I haven't talked to him yet. I'm trying to remember everyone's names because someone's gonna die. Whatever this clash trial entails, if we want to overcome it, we gotta work as a team. Jumping down each other's throats will get us nowhere. Maybe it's the tree itself. The more I look at it, the more confused I am. I'm gonna get a headache. I better stop. Is it not the tree itself? You'd think. Gonna take a look. It's probably the statue, to be honest. Okay. Statue. Tip it back. At the base of the tree was a marble bust depicting a figure in a creepy mask. There were cracks all over the mask, and one of the eyes was even missing. How old must this thing be?
What you doing?
You noticed the statue too, don't you?
Huh?
Huh? Oh yeah.
You alright?
What's up with the statue? There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on what.
Look.
The mask is broken. There's a piece missing.
But
Is that weird? The statue's probably like super old. It makes sense if it'd be cracking and
I'm
stuff.
talking.
No, this definitely seems intentional.
Wait.
Like, it's crappy on purpose? Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Well, you know.
What about?
Maybe if we find a piece and place it back on the statue, something will happen, like a puzzle-solving game. It sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
Sounds easy.
You think we gotta look around for the other piece of the mask? The Scooby-Doo laugh. Hold on to your butts, cause I got the eyes of a predator.
Whatever.
This isn't a Never mind. With that, everyone started to search the tree again. Some people inspected the tree itself, while others scoured around it. After what seemed like only a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand. Oi, everyone, I found it! We gathered around Grace to see what she was holding.
Nice.
Nice, that must be it. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it in the back of the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably, yeah. I'll take care of it.
Soybean.
Back off, Hercules. You ain't the one who found it. Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slotted it right into the mask. Perfect. And then nothing happened.
Fail.
Oh, that was anticlimactic. Click. Suddenly the ground we were standing on began to shake.
Golly.
Oh golly.
Oh, shit!
Are we about to die? Oh, hello. I knew it.
Yo.
Yo, I was right.
Whoa.
That actually worked? A fucking secret passageway in a tree? Never thought I'd see that. The Tree of Knowledge, a symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding, exists only here as a barren replica. The Tree of Ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it, and justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom. Click.
Game over, man!
Oh
Game
god,
over!
now he's spitting random philosophy. We're so fucked. Will this take us to the elevator?
What about?
The stairs at the foot are of...
Question mark?
That was a long... that was a long line. There's stairs at the foot of the opening.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's explore.
If I may ask.
Why the sudden rush?
Duh.
I want to get home. Duh.
Elementary,
If we get this over with, we'll get out quicker. It's simple math.
Sure.
Fair enough. We just walk in, do we? One by one, we approach the opening of the tree. And descended into the darkness. This is an elevator. Oh wait, that's Cassie. This is an elevator. I see. The elevator's underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you. With a rumble, the elevator began its descent. We stood in silent, 16 worried strangers plummeting into the unknown. It's strange to actually have all 16 go into a trial. That's never happened before. That's what we were, after all. Random people thrown into this horrible place, and for what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator and a tree? None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger, and in no way could be connected to Eden's Garden Academy. Here we go! The elevator began to slow, snapping me out of my thoughts. I stood up tall, and when movement stopped completely, the doors opened. Ooh! Ribby! In front of us was a large circular hall, supported by marble pillars. In the center of the room, 16 podiums had been arranged into a circle. Were those for us? Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I give out further instructions.
However,
And if we don't comply, then I'll zap you, of course.
Back off.
Not this zapping shit again.
Yes.
Just face it, Miss Madison. We have to go along with his demands. There looks like there's a few smart ones in the pack, eh? Well, come along now. We don't have all day. There was no avoiding it. We had to assume our places. trial start. Woo! Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore similar expressions. Discomfort, anger, worry. It didn't end. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some insane game. No free will, no choice in our actions. All we can do was move forward. We had to hope for an escape. A way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Yes, please. Ooh. Oh, okay. Change difficulty. We're on normal, so I'm gonna keep it like that. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I genuinely think I missed things. I did not know. I did not know I only had so much time until I clicked the camera. I did. I would have explored more.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
Oh wait, we still don't even know who this guy is.
The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim. Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out.
We die.
That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
Let's do this.
Somebody, get me out of here.
Oh yeah, and the trials are fully voice acted, so I don't need to ruin my voice for this.
If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out
Gosh,
of here.
chill, Grace, chill.
Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here!
Now you're the one who's acting suspicious.
Ah, somebody get me out of here!
Yep. Chill out. Oh, she's dead.
What happened to her? Oh shit! They fried her brain!
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dead bicker, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please, carry on.
On the telly. It's so British of you. Holy shit. The people running this thing aren't playing around.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this trial...
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing?
No.
I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Debate, argue, you know, shit like that. This is what a trial is, dumbass.
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, who murdered that dummy chick, right?
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Okay.
Did that tablet not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
28 stab wounds. Even that seems like a lot.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
Oh my gosh, Jean, you're too good. Oh, and she's still dead. These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop them before they arrive at the wrong conclusion. Oh gosh, do you hear that? That's the sound of a non-stop debate approaching. During non-stop debates, your classmates will speak one after another without interruption. Students may say things that contradict the truth, and it's your job to determine which statements must be broken in order to progress to the trial. For your ammo, you have been armed with truth bullets you gathered during the investigation. Truth bullets that are relevant to the debate will be loaded into your truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim your reticle and press the right key to fire. You'll want to aim for words that are highlighted in gold. Those are weak spots. A lie or contradiction may be hiding within a weak spot. Carefully compare your classmates' statements to the evidence you have gathered, and use the correct truth bullet to destroy the relevant weak spot. If things are flying too fast, use the spacebar to concentrate. This will temporarily slow down time. Speaking of time, be sure not to run out of it. That's an automatic game over. Not that someone of your caliber would ever fail. Anyway, press F3 to visit these controls whenever you wish. Gotcha! That's all for now. Don't jump to many conclusions. Non-stop debate. Okay. Okay, assault rifle.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
Oh, wait, can I-
didn't get a good look at the crime scene.
Oh, it's left
but
click.
The body was pretty bloody.
And what
Oh, sorry,
could've
right
spilled
click.
that blood besides that big scary gun?
Ah, that's
Okay.
right. There was a gun.
You hear that, liar man? She agrees.
Okay. So, the loudest voices in the room aren't always the smartest. Fortunately, there's an uniformed agreement is never difficult to shoot down. Okay.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
Okay.
I didn't get a good look
I'm
at
gonna
the
shoot it
crime
at the
scene,
second
but
weak spot.
The body was pretty bloody.
Mm-hmm.
And what could have spilled that blood besides that big scary gun?
Ah,
What?
that's right. There was a gun.
You hear that, liar man?
Oh my gosh, I
She
didn't know I had only
agrees.
so many. I thought I would have hit it. I thought I would have hit it. No. Can I like speed this up? Okay.
And what could have spilled that blood besides that big scary gun?
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
It was a knife. There was literally a knife there. You saw it.
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Not really.
All right, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't. Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity.
No.
Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Why are you bringing
Even if
me
there
into
was
this?
fire shot, wouldn't there be shells on the floor?
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso. If the gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would
Yeah.
be shell casings from
See?
the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime scene.
Details?
Yes, details.
If the gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the
Maybe
actual
maybe the
murder
knife that was also next to her. The odd thing out is the gun, not the knife. That's obvious. The knife.
I got it.
Okay.
The bloody knife. It's just so blatantly obvious. It was literally right next to the victim's body.
Yeah, how could you not see it?
Why so Cam's razor gotta ruin everything?
I don't get that reference.
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife was used.
Did the gun have blood on
Kind
it?
of weird.
I don't remember.
Choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing
No.
beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime
I'm
scene?
still thinking it was for self-defense, but she just got too chicken to use it.
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
Man, I don't know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Okay, it was covered in blood. I figured.
Oh no. Everyone's starting to yell.
Debate's getting out of control fast. I need to say something. Okay, non-stop debate. We got this. Tablet, assault rifle. Let's see.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they opted for the knife.
Yep.
Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
Oh,
These days, it's all about aesthetics over
maybe.
effectiveness.
Oh no.
That's like your opinion, lady.
Oh my gosh.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did.
Well, we never said the killer brought it with
Watch your
them.
fee for the aesthetic.
Okay. It's easy to assume the killer was the one holding the gun, but concerning the details of the victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise. I'm gonna use tablet on the
reiterate,
killer.
Both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yeah.
Yet they
Oh my gosh, she's still passed out.
Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
I'm sure it did.
These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then...
Got it.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, I didn't think the killer brought it in anyways. Detective Taffy on the case.
Stop that thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
I think the killer was armed with a knife.
No, they were definitely armed. With a knife.
Why is everyone in this trial idiots except me?
The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
Victim, of course.
Easy. The victim.
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
Tried in an effort to use it in self-defense, but then couldn't pull the trigger.
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Oh.
That also makes sense.
I guess that makes some sense.
Mm-hmm.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Aren't you overlooking something?
The gun had blood on it, but that's obviously due to blood splatter from the 28 stab wounds.
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If so, why didn't she shoot them?
Guts.
A
Lack of.
attack. I bet the killer memorized her AI movement.
This is not... Okay, it is a video game, but it's not a video game.
That girl must have been killed before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's not technically true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Mm-hmm. The fingernails. It would be, victim's hands. Yeah.
This is it. We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
Did something get in the way of her using it?
The bucket, maybe?
Wonder if that killer stole it from her.
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happened, right?
Could have happened in the actual janitor's closet.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
See, Wolfgang and our boy, I forgot his name already. Like, they're the ones who are actually making the most sense in this case.
Maybe the fight started in the hallway.
Because they're the most
and
qualified to make a
her
case.
body was dragged into the closet.
If that happened,
Nope.
shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor?
Exactly.
Or in the hallway?
Drag marks. Can't say I saw any.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
No, girl, you just fucked up. Don't worry about it. It's almost everyone's first time in a court case.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
He makes a point.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in...
Blood. Aye. It should have gotten everywhere. Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Unless you clean it with the bleach. It makes more sense if she was killed in the janitor's office because the janitor's floors would have been easier to clean blood off of. Plus, it does look like there were stains by the bucket.
Good
Plus, the
point.
bleach bucket, the bleach container was empty.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was?
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
Yeah.
If she wanted to, she could have just...
No.
You know.
Nope, I doubt it. Some people can't pull the trigger.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
Must be something we're missing. Something that explains how the victim was overpowered. And I know the only one who can figure that out. Oh, and I know I'm the only one who can figure that out. Alright. I'll talk about agree points. During the last non-stop debate, you would have noticed that some phrases were blue. I did. But you weren't expecting that, huh? Those phrases are called agree points. They're counterpart to weak spots. As the name would suggest, if an agree point aligns with the evidence you've gathered, you can use your truth bullets to provide it correct. Simply aim your reticle at it as you would with a weak spot and shoot. In your pursuit of the truth, you must prepare to corroborate your classmates' testimonies. When it would be wise to do so is for you to figure out. Good luck. Okay. I'm gonna go with buckets.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
Don't think so.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So, why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe
I
she
doubt it.
thought the killer was her friend?
Maybe.
I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
She tried clawing their eyes out.
Okay, I don't know. Why did the victim not shoot her attacker? Everyone's got a theory, but who has the actual answer? Can I read the...
killer pulled a fast one.
Oh, is it gonna keep going? Can I read your assault rifle? There was fully loaded assault rifle next to the victim's body. It was speckled with blood. Found a bucket lying inside the janitor's closet. The interior of the bucket reeked of bleach. Hands are clean. Chemical burns to the head. Chemical burns like bleach? Can bleach burn? I'm sure it can. That's probably a stupid question. Eyeballs and scalp. Oh! She didn't see them coming. Okay.
And knocked the gun out
Got
of
it.
her hands.
I got it.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So, why didn't
Okay,
she
she must have not have seen him coming because her eyes...
I bet that girl
She had bleach in her eyes.
didn't even see.
Yes!
I got it.
Consistent. Break. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her. Also, inside the janitor's closet, there was a large empty bottle of bleach. That's probably the chemical that caused the burns.
Blinded? With bleach? That's horrible.
All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back?
Of course.
She sure put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hands.
So the killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous. Then, when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Until eventually dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
Well, murders do tend to be violent. Just saying.
The past is in the past, and we can't change that. All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
I mean, by the sounds of it, we've already figured it out,
Not
right?
necessarily. I don't think that's all to it.
No. Not yet.
Thank you, Wolfgang.
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much!
No, it's been like... How long has it been? I actually don't know. 10 minutes? Not even?
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far.
Aww.
Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
You're too kind.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
We need to figure out why she was killed?
As in, the motive?
You're on the right track.
You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not every answer will be written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
Oh my gosh, Grace, you're alive!
Grace?
Whoa, what? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now, soybean. Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire.
Oh, care to elaborate? Because we've been doing more than you have.
I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision. Cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
Enlighten me. I'm sure there is.
An elephant in the room?
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense.
Why does she have a gun,
Problem
though?
is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
I would assume either sneak from behind. I don't know. You have a good point.
I sort of assumed he spilled it on the victim.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. but I doubt the bottle itself was involved in the murder. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back
It was
of the
probably
closet.
in the bucket. And then the
gun
bucket
and
was
the
tossed
knife were
onto
just
her.
thrown on the floor. So it's
Wait,
weird
no!
This weapon was handled so differently.
Oh, I got it. It's the classic bucket on top of door trick. Probably. I don't know why she had the gun, but she went into the janitor's closet, which he had propped the bucket with the bleach on top of the door so that when she opened it, it would fall on her and blind her, and then he stabbed her, and that's why she died in the doorway. Boom. Makes perfect sense.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Sure, before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
And what is this something else? Go on.
The bucket.
Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
She's really stubborn about this, but I get the point she's trying to make. Before we move on from the subject, we need to make sure its logic is completely sound. Alright then, let's put out this fire. Bucket! It's the bucket! Bucket on top of the door frame. Bucket.
Well, if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
In the bucket.
Into another bottle?
Nope.
What about a container?
Maybe.
There were a bunch in the closet.
Oh, no, never mind.
I bet the killer had a secret water gun.
No.
So when the victim came in, pow! He squirted her in the eyes.
No.
Hey! The ink vanishes when the battle's over.
Call the fire brigade, Grace.
Okay, we're gonna agree with, I think it was Ingrid who said it. To inflict those chemical burns, the killer had to use something, but what?
Well,
Bucket.
if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
What about a container?
Yes.
I got it.
Got it. Fuck yeah, Ingrid, let's go.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
I'm literally the ultimate debater. I'm just right about this stuff.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in
On
the
top
victim's
of the
eyes?
door frame, so that when she walked in,
it would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on
with
her.
the stepladder.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
Oh my gosh, it's a good question. How is the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals into the victim's eyes, especially without her knowing? There must be some kind of clue missing here. Think, Damon, think.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns. However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Because it spilled on top of her and dragged into her eyes.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp?
I'm right.
How does that work?
I'm right. I'm just better. I'm just good.
Unless those chemicals came from
From
above?
the door frame. Above? Yes, that's right. Above.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which, well, could mean anything.
Was the killer hiding above the door frame?
No.
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they couldn't have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
No.
Unless you take into account the size difference.
Eh?
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
The killer wanted two things, for the bucket to be above the victim and for it to spill on her when she entered the room. In other words, he needed to balance the bucket, but on what? The door frame. What's the killer balance the bucket on? The door.
I got it. I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got it. The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Yep, exactly like that.
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
Big brain.
That is a possibility, yes.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
Well, I don't hear anyone else proposing any options, so
There's just one problem. How was the killer
the
able to reach
step
that
ladder.
high? Unless they were abnormally tall.
What,
it'd
like
be
Wolfgang?
difficult to place something on top of that door.
Wolfgang was the killer the whole time.
Let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
With the step ladder. Balance the bucket on the door. The killer would need to reach pretty high. Was there anything in the crime scene they could have used as a boost? I can answer to that. It'll add further credibility to my theory. Maybe the stepladder. Yes.
This is it.
Stepladder? What are
There
you
was a
doing?
stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
Figures.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
Yes.
Match point. Occam's razor.
References I don't get.
Yes, it appears our killer didn't care much for subtlety.
Yeah, no. Just get one and done. Let's get out of there.
No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
It was the only knick-knack of its kind, too. If there's something else that killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far. But I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you apes.
Ask away, Grace. Not like you've been solving anything.
Please just leave us alone.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
That is a good point. She actually has been helping out with her questions.
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
Waiting.
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
Oh, I just thought he was. Been hiding somewhere, waiting for her to arrive. Somewhere nearby, I'd assume. Probably in the janitor's closet. Behind the door? In the back? I'd say in the back.
I got it.
Yeah. I was just thinking just in general, in the janitor's closet. Nowhere in this specifically.
If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal because that's the only way you can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Okay, makes sense.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
I'm actually doing this. I figured this out before you guys did.
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
Yep.
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
I see your point.
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder. Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
Okay.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
Well, he's been in court cases, I'm assuming, so maybe he's had trials similar to
There's
this one.
no excuse. There never was an excuse.
Moida is
28
Moida.
stab wounds. No girl, no person should ever suffer Kara's fate.
28 stab wounds. Yeah. If it weren't for the fact that it was 28 stab wounds, I would have... Yeah. I don't know what the story was or why she was killed, but she was definitely killed on purpose, and maybe it was originally self-defense, but that person murdered her. Didn't kill her in self-defense, murdered her. Yeah, I'm with Wolfgang on this one. I'm kind of split. I don't know.
Wait, who's Kara?
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
Did you know Kara personally? Because you're like so on edge about this.
I agree with you, dude. But you don't have to shout out your point.
Oi, what's all this about? We've figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
My sense of justice is beyond what you can even imagine.
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion?
I have.
This isn't about efficiency, this is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
This guy is headstrong about this. I mean, he's a lawyer, so I'd assume so.
What
and a
the
young
hell?
one.
Let's just
A
talk
new
about
side
the
of this
motive.
guy. I
There's
can't
no
wait to
harm in
see
doing
the
that,
backsides of each
right?
character. What are they hiding?
Well, what was the motive? Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. But Desmond phrased it much better than I
Given
did.
the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense.
I'm gonna go back to the point I made that she was carrying the gun in self-defense.
No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
Yeah, for real.
Silence! I won't allow
Chill
this!
out, my gosh. No one in this group has even died yet. Oh, you're the first victim. You're so head over heels about this murder shit that you're probably gonna die first. Whoa, things are getting emotional. While you've only been using logical arguments to further trial so far, now might be a good time to change your approach. Introducing the pathos mechanic. During non-stop debates, the emotionally charged commentary of your classmates will appear as purple text. These comments are called pathos statements. You can absorb these pathos statements by hovering over them with your reticle and pressing E or LT. The pathos statement will then be loaded into your truth cylinder. Find a weak spot that is directly contradicted by the... One second. No, I didn't want that. Shit. Find the weak spot that is directly contradicted by the pathos statement and fire. If successful, you will make a powerful emotional argument to counteract your opponents. Stay on the lookout for pathos statements. While you'll always be able to advance the trial using pure logic, emotional arguments can lead to some unique conversations. Non-stop debates. Let's go. Tablet, bloody knife. Let's go with
To kill
bloody
Kara
knife.
so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm?
Yes, you're a lawyer.
This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
It's all about justice with you.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you if you have no
What?
proof.
So
She didn't
says
say
the
that.
ultimate liar.
Okay. Was this murder justified, or was it truly unforgivable? Just cracked my knuckle. I feel like I've an obligation to find the truth. Okay.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
Oh.
If you have no
Wait, what was
proof,
that?
So says the ultimate liar.
Okay, I accidentally pressed the wrong... Wait, no.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
Okay.
If you have no proof,
So says the ultimate liar.
Okay.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
but how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
Okay.
You trust him?
Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay.
To kill Kara so easily and without
I
restraint.
think this is my last one.
There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the killing of one of humanity's.
Fuck.
I don't see how that relates to his point.
Because it was unload. It was fully loaded. Nothing was shot. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't know. Made a mistake.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Can I? How do I? Oh, that's my.
Take a chill pill,
I'm dead.
You expect me to stay calm?
I missed my chance. If I can't get anyone to listen to me, this case will never be solved. Game. Fuck. I don't know. Continue. Yeah. I'll turn this debate around. Oh, shift it to speed up. Hold. Oh, absorb empathy. Okay.
There is
I
no
missed
way
that.
to justify this. This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that?
I find it so funny.
There's no reason to trust you. If you have
Lawyer's
no
intuition.
proof,
Okay.
So says the ultimate liar.
Was this murder justified or was it truly unforgivable? Okay, I think I have to use that on her point.
but how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
Got it.
No, that's wrong!
Lawyer's intuition. Finally.
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
Say what?
Wolfgang has spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine. He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before. If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong,
Maybe he has seen it
then
before.
we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
Yeah! Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy.
Let's go.
Hey! If it means going home, then new guy's convinced me.
Right on!
I'm the ultimate debater, of course I can convince you.
Ah,
Aw, he's happy.
thank you all for your support.
Except you, Winona. Fuck you, Winona.
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're disembodied voice! We've figured out your stupid case. Now let us leave!
He's asleep.
Oh, you're finally done. In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span. So,
Okay, Monokuma.
just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Practice?
Fine. I'll do as you ask. I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together.
Cassidy, respectfully, shut the fuck up.
Let's dig into it.
Okay, time to bring this trial to an end. It's time for the closing argument. Ugh, classic Danganronpa style. During closing arguments, you must summarize the case from start to finish. Naturally, your medium will be a comic book. Since the class has a relatively good understanding of the case, some parts of the comic are already complete. But it seems your peers have glossed over the smaller details, judging by those gaps in the story. To fill these gaps, you've been provided by a collection of stock panels. Use WASD to navigate your stock, and press spacebar to select a panel. Hover over your mouse to a relevant gap and press left key to insert a panel. If you wish to undo your selection, simply press spacebar again. Don't forget the Q and E keys, that's how you flip between the pages. By the way, gaps will reveal a hint if you hover over them. If you ever need to revisit this information, the control panel is only one F3 key away. Now, stand up straight and fix that tie. We're good. We got a clay. I was so close. We got a case to close. Going up the stepladder. Okay, there's only 4 pages. What did it go? Throw into a bucket. How did the killer reach the doorframe? Yes. Okay. And then what's this one? In the janitor's closet. Where did the killer hide? In the janitor's closet. Cool. Clawing at the killer's neck. Boom. And then assault rifle. What was the victim carrying? An assault rifle. Fuck yeah. Bleach. Alright. That was pretty easy.
I got it.
But this is the first case, so of course it is.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest.
He looks so nervous. Why did he kill her,
inside
though?
that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
Okay, so she does have an accent. Okay.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the doorframe. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival.
Nice,
The killer
nice.
could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
And boom, bleach.
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Youch!
Thank you for your contribution, Jet. Shank.
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
28 stab wounds.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails.
So, assumably, you should be able to identify the victim with a DNA test if she had the blood under her fingernails.
However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten. That is the truth behind this case. Well, are you satisfied?
A measly 3 acts.
That was 4.
Horace would be beside himself.
Horace?
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out
Was
already!
Horace the one who killed her?
That is what I promised, isn't it?
Did you kill her?
Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second?
Yes, sir. What is it?
This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it.
I wonder if he has, like, scratches on his neck because he was the one who killed her.
However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes.
I want to see this
Let's
guy.
do away with
Is he gonna wear that
these
mask?
silly boundaries already It's time we meet face to face.
You say that, but I think you're gonna come out in a mask. Face to face?
What was that all about?
Ooh.
Everybody, look over there!
Finally, our Monokuma. I wonder if he's human. Hello? Yes! He's in the mask! That was actually pretty cool.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants! The walls have finally crumbled.
Ooh.
What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it? Or will you set it ablaze?
This guy is cool.
Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Same. Person. His voice.
Are you the speaker guy?
Duh.
Speaker guy?
His skin is grayed out. Like the murderer.
No. You don't address your superiors like that.
Why are you so posh, bro?
Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only.
Monokuma.
His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Tozu, got it. Killing game? Class trial end.
Well done.
Or you can call me Tozu for short.
Hey.
Hey, what do you mean killing game?
The show must go on.
Do you really think that the story would end once we reach the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
That's
what?
Why the long face?
Isn't it obvious? You, my dear subordinates,
Blood is rushing.
are going to kill each other. That's not...
Come on.
That's not funny.
But then...
But you said we can go home if we solve the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us?
Rubbish.
Lied? Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm a fair man, a man sworn to the truth, if I recall correctly. Did you all agree on the right answer? You'll be free to leave this place. No one cares you... I'll let you leave this room, okay. I specifically said you could leave this room, not go home.
You
sneaky son of a bitch.
Not okay!
You're full of shit, man. There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know you've lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this was in Eden's Garden Academy... Bullshit, what am I doing? Believing someone like him? There's no other way around it. He's lying.
Dude!
Hey, why didn't you just tell us about your done game sooner? I did not say that correctly. Oh gosh. And watch you peasants run away?
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without any contestants. Please don't do that.
I just want to go home.
I want to be with my family. Please just let me go home.
There's no need to worry.
There's no need to cry, Miss Tolner. Huh? We're all civilized here. No one's going to simply kill because they've been ordered to. That is famous last words, Buckaroo. That is famous last words. What's this? The peasant has a rebuttal.
Let's see.
He's literally the lawyer. He always has a rebuttal. A match between unprepared, unfit players, you could hardly call that a match. In much the same way, this game you've proposed, a killing game, between students who don't have a heart to kill.
Nonsense.
Do you seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly?
Hey!
Yeah, that's totally right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like this. You're literally ultimates. You are the least boring people on the earth.
Indeed.
My heart is terribly soft, softer than the most delicate piece of mochi. When I see a fly in the room, I can't catch the poor dear in a jar and return her to her nature.
I would never.
My mochi heart would melt otherwise.
I see.
That's your argument, is it?
How interesting.
So, what has you so convinced? What do you mean? What makes you think that people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides the names and ultimate talents?
Pathetic.
If you do, tell me. Regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? Is where they currently stand on the issue the same where they're willing to stand? Go on. You've had a couple hours to get to know everyone. That's plenty of time to learn their life stories, right? Should I take that as a no? Goodness, what a surprise. Not. You wouldn't be here all dressed up in that fancy suit if you were so naive.
Such a sport.
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game.
Get out.
How? All you did was make us play detective.
Twist.
And for good reason. Because one of you will die. If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in a true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit if you can. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote. If you choose the right person, they alone will be executed and the killing game will continue. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guilty party will be set free and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the killing game. Everyone understand? All of us will be executed? That's not fair.
Isn't this lovely?
Really? I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Who are you working with? Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
That's insane. You're treating us like pigs to slaughter.
Such
nonsense.
disrespect.
All of you have the chance to survive this game. Do you think the common butcher is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. Out of the 16... Oh, I kept on doing the voice. Out of the 16 people here, only 2 will be allowed to survive.
No shot.
2 people? That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder.
Well done.
I know, that's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die, no matter what, and yet, with every passing trial, you'll all cling to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of human compassion.
I have an appetite
I can't...
for destruction.
I can't wait to see you all in action. I don't want to laugh that loud. Oh. The madman's loud, tinnitus-inducing laughter was suddenly cut off by a well-timed strike from behind. Knew it. I knew it.
I've said it a million times, you mangy fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
There she is. Death.
Ow, ow, ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
Oh my gosh, she's dead. She's either gonna be one of the survivors or she's just dead. Oh, I didn't read that. Grace drove her fist directly into his stomach. She followed it with another blow and another. And when it looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead, I saw it. From out of nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared on Grace's face.
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
Is she dead? But before we could do anything... She's dead. The sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Oh! She was grazed. Grace released the man from her grip. Speechless, she moved her hand toward her cheek, which had been nicked by the stray bullet. Oh. Who? Pecco? Sorry, Danganronpa 2. We all looked in the direction the shot came from. The shooter stood silently by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of her rifle. Her mask. The design was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him. Ooh! You shot at her!
For real?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. Everyone slowly backed away from Tozu, suddenly fearful for their lives. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence.
You think?
I wasn't talking about the gopher woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game, such as by attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans.
Pardon me.
even though she misses her shots. That was just a warning. I assure you it'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability.
In any case...
Regardless, I finally have an answer to your previous question. Huh? You asked me if I knew anything about my friends besides their names and talents. Truthfully, I don't, but I'll continue to trust them as if I do because they're ultimates. Huh? They're charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb!
Even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure partial courtroom procedures, I can't speak. He's right. Grace was trying to compose herself, still clearly shocked by her run-in with death.
Don't test me.
No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think an ultimate would fall for this bullshit? That's right. My friend and I have too much to live for and too much to achieve. We won't throw all that away for your killing game. Lies.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're going to escape. We have to. That's what they all said. One by one, the students raised their voice in solidarity with Wolfgang. All of them were so confident in what they were saying, so willingly to blindly put their faith in each other. And for some reason, it made me sick.
My.
Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I am quite familiar with this idea.
Hi.
And a captain would I be if I can't even handle a small crew of 15? What is this horrible feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everyone else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another.
No.
You've got it all wrong. Students turned their attention to Eva, surprised by her words. Huh? You actually believe no one here will try to kill? You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random ad hominem attacks, why don't you try to explain your reasoning?
It's the truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you need examples, just look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me?
Look.
In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. It's the same in here. The same is here. Fuck, the same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you'll resort to murder.
Can't you see?
If you continue to convince all these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along. Is it possible you want to make everyone more vulnerable? So that it will be easier for you to kill them? That's
enough.
Suddenly Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Wolfie's done nothing wrong. He's given us a vote of confidence. Yeah, it's something we all needed.
Please?
So stop trying to turn us against each other, please. The horrible feeling grew stronger as the other students admonished Eva. It grew stronger and stronger, and I knew I had to say something. Eva's right. Huh?
No!
Damon, not you too.
I know.
Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary for everyone. But Eva made a good point. All of us have a clear motive to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again or for the sake of our talents.
Don't say that!
No, I would never kill anybody.
That's not it.
Diana, you yourself admitted you had too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hands? This whole we're all ultimates thing is pretty inane anyways. After meeting all of you, it's clear none of us have the same goals.
Hold on.
What are you insinuating? Don't we all carry the same obligation to improve the world we live in? This question angered me more than anything that had been said before. I could no longer suppress my true feelings.
That's wrong.
Look, the title barely means shit nowadays. Most ultimates are just dullards obsessing over some pointless hobby. Their talents don't contribute anything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
Running a business that feeds millions is pointless? I said some.
No.
Some of you are an exception, obviously. But come on, there's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
Do you mean rest of us? You're an ultimate too. Yeah, what the hell makes you so special? I could feel the words warming their way into my soul. What makes you so special? I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality.
Yeah.
Better yet, I was the one who got you guys through the trial.
Really?
Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out. You all, well, some of you did stuff. Others of you did nothing. But it was really carried on by Damon. Shrimp. Yo, I see what's going on. You think you're better than us just because you can say words nobody understands? Well, this kind of stuff is relative. Like, tell me what a dragster is. Do you know? Watch your step, lest you trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity.
Not good enough.
I'm disappointed in you. How are you so concerned about making yourself look good when we're in the middle of a death game?
The hell?
I wasn't trying to... It was no use. They turned against me, hurling obscenities, scowling, or simply shaking their heads. Yep, that was your mistake, buckaroo.
Isn't this lovely?
Do I sense anger, hatred, an unquenchable sense of bloodthirst? Well, save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
The elevator will take you back to the killing game arena. We've cleaned up the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you.
Get lost.
Thanks. Now can you get lost?
Good evening.
Okay. You return to his podium with the masked woman trailing closely behind. The bizarre mechanism that brought him into the room lowered the two of them into the ground out of sight. Oh, I love this. I'm McLovin' it. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Still, we're not going to kill anyone, right guys? No matter what happens, we're all gonna make it out of here, okay? You're gonna murder someone. It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to set in. I'm trapped in a killing game with people who despise me. Wow, how did this happen? I just wanted to help. I wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily. And now I'm being threatened like the bad guy, or treated like the bad guy. Will these people practice what they preach? Will they really refuse to kill? Can't trust anyone here. For better or for worse, it's me versus them. So cue the beginning of the end. The beginning of the unfathomable nightmare and unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Intro sequence. Ooh! I'm hyped up. Let's go. Project Eden's Garden. Project Eden's Garden. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that brought so much memories back from the original games. Vows woven by stitches and needles. Surviving member 16. Chapter 1 starting. Come on, let's go. To be continued. Oh, that was so cool. Oh. Huh. Well, that's gonna leave this here. Oh, I can't wait to get in this when the next chapters are out. This was so good so far. Oh my gosh. The opening sequence with all the characters, the music is basically a revamp of the actual song they used in the original Danganronpa game. So it's so nice. Oh, that's cool. I've already made my predictions. Well, they keep changing constantly, but I'm like, you're gonna die, you're gonna live, you're gonna murder someone, you know? And I love Tozu, and I like the actual idea that he's a person rather than Monokuma, who was just a robot, who was a robot, you know? This is a real person. We actually have the sharpshooter girl who's like his bodyguard. That was cool. And I like how we actually had a quote-unquote practice round, because that's never been done before in the original games. That's new to the series. Anyway, I really don't know who's gonna die. Maybe I'll go make a sheet and just be like, who dies, who survives, who gets, who's the murderer, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, that's gonna leave it here. I don't know how long I'm gonna let this go for, but it was so fun. I like I said, I can't wait for the next chapter and actually get into this. Who's gonna die? How is it gonna be done? Who's the mastermind? Just I don't know what else to say. Also, that first trial, aside from that one slip up where I didn't really understand the controls, was pretty easy. And really, Damon did carry pretty much almost the entire thing. Damon and Wolfgang carried it a lot. And Wolfgang is like super into his sense of justice, so that makes me a little nervous for his sake. I genuinely don't believe he's gonna murder. I think he's gonna be murdered. I don't think he will kill anyone. But we shall see in the future chapters when they come out. But yeah, anyway, I will see you in the next video or the next stream, wherever you see me in. I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.